it's like when you're a little kid and you see something like a bike or a car or something, and it just, your just brain focuses on it. And that's how it was with the Telecaster. I think it started, I was watching a lot of TV as a kid, and whatever was on, and my dad loved that show, Hee Haw. And I think that I was probably 7 years old, and that's what really inspired me, because I saw a kid around my age on that show playing, and he was playing like it was so impressive because I was that age, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. But I knew I wanted to play guitar, and I wanted to play electric guitar, and they all were using Telecasters, but I didn't understand there was more than one guitar. I thought it was just, there was just one guitar, and it was shaped like this, so I was like, oh, I want to play electric guitar, and I thought they all looked like, you know, this shape, but they were all different colors. And it's funny because I love the blackguard, you know, Keith Richards played a blackguard, and I loved it. I remember telling my mom, going, I want one, it's wood, it has a black pickguard, that's the one I wanted. And I was so drawn to that guitar. It was like, that's all I wanted. Like kids want a bike or, you know, whatever they want, but that's exactly what I wanted. So I was just so obsessed with the Telecaster at a young age. It's so funny, but the first guitar I got was a Stratocaster. And there wasn't many choices where we lived, you know, but I got this Stratocaster first. And, you know, I was happy with it, but I've always wanted, you know, a Tele. It's strange, but I never wanted to be a rock star or anything like that. I just wanted to be a session guy and live in LA and just play on records for a living. Because I saw a movie called Session Man when I was little, and I was like, oh my God, that's exactly what I want to do. And because I'm not a big, you know, I just really loved that whole thing of doing sessions and playing all these different styles, and I was like, this is a perfect job for me. So I really studied hard on that, and but I was so young, and I just was so focused on it. So you know, as soon as high school was over, I just moved to LA and started doing sessions at a really low price, and so everybody was using me because I was like half the price of everyone else, and doing it really quickly too. I was doing a lot of TV shows and things like that, so it was great. And they were paying me so little, but I remember it was so much money. I was like, wow, this is great. You know, I was still playing Fender, even though I was with this other company. And they had pictures of me playing these other guitars, and it was at the NAMM show, and I went to the NAMM show, and I saw, you know, I went to the Fender booth, and I remember seeing my face up there, and I was like, whoa. And I remember, I think it was Bill Kaminsky who went up to me and said, oh, we want you over at Fender, and it was the greatest day of my life, you know. So I signed with Fender, and I started playing Telecasters right away. And, but it was kind of strange to play that guitar in like a heavy rock thing, because it is known for like a country stuff, but I was playing really heavy stuff with it. You know, I knew so much about the Telecaster. I kind of designed it around two guitars. One is a Telecaster Custom from like, I'd say 60, because the necks were really thin. They were like just very skinny necks, so you can really get your hands really around it. And I love the binding from the Telecaster Customs. And then also, I love the Telecaster. Well, Fender had this guitar called the Maverick, and they had this crazy headstock. This is the normal headstock, but on the Tele I did this crazy different headstock, and it was designed probably around the Fender 12 or the Fender Maverick, and I did a lot of the, you know, bends behind the neck with it. that kind of stuff. And it was great for that.